Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Purple Onion Kitchen. We're having some friends over to celebrate one of their birthdays, and whenever I'm hosting a dinner party, I like to have something that my guests can snack on while everyone arrives and mingles. So I'm making a Southern 5-cheese spinach and artichoke dip to serve as an appetizer. It's got 5 different kinds of cheeses, creamy spinach, fresh garlic, marinated artichoke hearts, and I serve it with, well, I'm going to let that be a surprise. There are so many recipes for spinach and artichoke dip out there, but I know you'll agree that this one is perfect. Let's head into the kitchen. So the first thing that we need to do to prepare our Southern spinach and artichoke dip is get our ingredients ready. Here's what you'll need. 3 1/4 pounds fresh spinach. 1/2 cup of red onion, finely diced. 4 cloves of garlic, finely minced. 4 tablespoons of butter. 1 cup of heavy cream. 2 cups of milk. 4 ounces cream cheese. A 12-ounce jar of marinated artichoke hearts. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And salt and pepper to taste. All right, and now it's time for our 5 cheeses. I have brie, asiago, parmesan, the smoked gruyere, and mozzarella. And you'll notice that these are all fresh, and I'm going to shred all of these myself. You could use the prepackaged stuff to save you a little bit of time, but I always advise against them. You really don't know what's in there. They throw lots of stuff in there to give it a good shelf life. Get some fresh stuff. Using great ingredients is a part to making great dishes. So let's get these all prepared for our spinach and artichoke. With the exception of the brie, you're going to want all your cheeses shredded so that they melt easier. To accomplish this, I just use my food processor. There's a special shredding attachment that I plop on, blitz it up, and in seconds I've got shredded cheese. You could also use a standard box grater for this. Alright, we've shredded up all our cheese, and we're going to keep our brie whole because we're going to slice that and put it in our spinach and artichoke dip. Now we're going to head to the stove and start cooking our spinach. To an already hot pot, add 2 tablespoons of your butter. Once it's melted, start putting in your spinach by the handful. You'll want to add 3 or 4 cups at a time. Let it cook down. And then add more. This is all of my spinach cooked down, and you see that there's lots of water. So I drained that off. Now we'll add the rest of our butter to the pot, get it nice and melted, and then add our onions. Cook your onions until translucent, add your garlic. Cook your garlic until very fragrant. Then slowly add your heavy cream. Give it a good stir. Once it's nice and bubbly on the edges, add your cream cheese. It'll take a second for the cream cheese to melt in, and the sauce will thicken just a bit. Once it's thickened, flavor with salt and pepper to taste. Now add your 2 cups of milk. Give it a nice stir and let it come up to a soft simmer. Then add your 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and whisk in. Switch back to your wooden spoon and keep stirring. The sauce will thicken. Once that happens, Add your spinach back in and give it a good stir. And that's it. Your spinach is ready. Alright, we've taken our spinach off the heat, and now we're ready to mix in our artichokes and our cheese. To your spinach, add your artichokes and give it a good mix. Once thoroughly combined, add your asiago, a quarter of the gruyere, a quarter of the mozzarella, and a quarter of the parmesan. Give it a good mix. Alright, we've added 4 out of our 5 cheeses in the spinach, and now it's time to put it in our prepared baking dish so we can put it in the oven. To a buttered baking dish, mine was about 6 quarts, add half of the spinach mixture. Next, sprinkle a quarter of the parmesan, a quarter of the gruyere, and a quarter of the mozzarella in a layer. Next, you're going to add your brie. You see how I slice this? It's at the edge. I slice off a large piece, and then I just lay it on top of the spinach. You're going to repeat that until you have an even layer of brie. Then add your next layer of spinach, parm, gruyere, mozzarella, and it's into a 350-degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes or until the top is golden brown. The spinach and artichoke dip is fresh out of the oven. We've sliced up a baguette to serve, and the surprise from earlier, fried bowtie pasta. I'll show you how I did it. So to make your fried bowtie pasta, you're going to prepare a pound of pasta. Instead of cooking it all the way through though, you're only going to cook it halfway. Then you're going to strain it. Remember, don't rinse, just strain. For the breading, you'll need 1 cup of flour, 2 cups of seasoned breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. Whisk it together. Now, we bread our pasta. First, toss them in the flour. Then move them over to the egg and milk mixture. I like to use 2 hands for this. You have a dry hand and a wet hand. This is my wet hand, making sure that I'm getting all my pasta coated in that delicious egg and milk mixture. Then using my wet hand, I toss them over to the seasoned breadcrumbs. Then using a spoon with my dry hand, I toss them around in the seasoned breadcrumbs until they're totally coated. Then I move them over to my air fryer and place them in an even layer. I have an air fryer and I love it. It solved all my frying problems. It's quick, it's less oil, and it's very tidy. I have all our bowtie pasta prepared and we're going to stick it in our fryer. We're going to turn it on. We're going to bump up the temperature to 390 for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Hit start. When it beeps, we're going to shake it and put it in for another 3, and it's done. How easy is that? And now it's time to taste. The spinach is creamy and the 5 cheeses give it so much flavor. That is delicious. And the fried bowtie pasta is nice and crunchy on the outside, and the pasta has a nice bite to it. It is, that is a fantastic bite of food. So give this spinach and artichoke dip a try. I know you're gonna love it. It's perfect. Until next time, friends, enjoy.